All right, what's up everyone? We are back and you've made it to course number 40 of playing the #1 course in all 50 states. We're in Rhode Island. Let's get into it. All right, we're gonna get off here quick because I think there's like a doubles league going on today. It's Sunday, so not a super ideal to come play. We are at Willow Valley today in Rhode Island, Richmond, Rhode Island, I believe. I believe it looks to be a private course, so it's $5 to play. Looks super fun, nice shorter wooded track. It's only about 6,000 feet, but it should be fun. We're gonna tee off the top, normal stroke play from there. Before we get started, if you're subscribed, I appreciate you guys so much. Without your viewership and support, I would not be able to do this. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this, I encourage you to subscribe. We got a lot of stuff. We got these 50 states every Friday, and then usually a couple more videos throughout the week. So let's get into it. All right, as it stands, no warm up. There are people watching on the putting green, so we got to kind of clutch up here. Hole one, oh, 298. I thought it was only 268, so I might club up a little more, maybe. Down and to the right. Really just got to get out of this gap with something that fades, and you're all right. Oh, I pulled it. I think that got down there, maybe? All right, I think we're still going to go this M1. If I just throw it the same way, it should fade. I pulled that one too. I think we're through on the hex. All right, quick interruption to the video. I have an exciting announcement. The 50 state tour buzzsaws are here. These things came out absolutely sweet. Obviously the buzzsaw, super cool. Shout out to my dad for making this stamp. If you want one, you can head over to ozarkmountaindisc.com and order one now. These discs directly help me get to those trickier states like Alaska and Hawaii, and I can't thank you guys enough for all your support you've shown, not only our channel, but our business in general. It's been so huge. So if you want one, head over to Ozark Mountain Discs again and pick one up today. Let's get back to the video. I've been doing that a lot recently. It's been mostly forehands, but it's not uncommon for me to pull a backhand like that, especially when I'm trying to hit a gap and still throw it like pretty hard. So should be able to get off with a par, which is 90% of the time what I'm gonna do anyways. So gotta find it though. All right, yeah, definitely, had I not pulled it, we'd probably be up by these rocks. We got a long putt now. Again, just gonna take our three, we're gonna move on. That's it. Should be all right. Tester off the start. Never a good thing. All right, I don't know why I always add this unnecessary pressure on myself when people are watching. Just that performance anxiety kills me, but we should be good now. Hole 2, 269, par 3. Playing up just slightly to the right. There is OB. Apparently they said OB can get, not out of hand, but like it can get pretty brutal out here. So we're looking at OB on the wall on the right side, backline long and surrounding the green. So I don't know if it's island green or not. No, it doesn't look like it. It's like behind. If you go deep on the rock wall, you're out of bounds. All right, I think we're gonna go Justice and Heiser. Play the right side on some like Annie, let it turn. Try to just like be turning through the middle and then fading out at the end. Almost exactly like that. Yeah, all right, that feels good. All right, so Willow Valley. I believe it's open to the public. It's just pay to play because I think it's on someone's land or it's on like a farm or something. I saw horses and whatnot, so I don't know, but I mean, it's Sunday at just after 8, and I do think there is some kind of like doubles league going on, but it is super busy today. So, I mean, the people love it. All right, so this is kind of interesting. Oh, never mind. It looks like they built like another kind of rock wall that goes behind. I was gonna say the rock wall is OB and then they put the basket out of bounds, but it's not. They built another little rock wall. We are right around, we're just inside circle it looks like. We're probably 29 feet, I'd give it. This would be a big putt to hit early. Very nice. Didn't think it was gonna go, but I will take it. All right, I am coming off like one of my better rounds in a very long time, a 10 down at Norbrook in Connecticut. So the putting has definitely been feeling good, and that has saved me a lot, especially with putts like that I feel like At least as of recent, I really don't make, but I'll take it. We're 1 down through 2, hole 3, 485 par 4. Something I realized too, so there's a lot of par 3s, some par 4s, and 1 par 5. But basically, if it's in the 300s or below, it's a par 3. In the 400s, it's a par 4. The one hole that's at 500 feet is a par 5. So it's very easy to kind of remember that as far as par goes. But 485 par 3, we're playing out and then to the left, it looks like, back into the woods. I don't know if those guys are going to that basket or not. I'll find out. Priority number 1 is just to get out of this gap clean into the open. I really don't care how far it goes, and then go from there. I think we're just gonna hit a rive flat straight through this gap, right down the middle, and then find the basket from there. That's definitely not the gap I was going for, but I think, oh. All right, we got out, but I got literally, I hit like, I feel like the softest branch just went straight down. But I believe we are out. We just have a long ways into the basket now. All right, certainly not the worst thing ever. More obviously is, we're playing up onto the rock up there. Not very far. I think I'm just gonna go putter and hope it's the right distance. I really just need to get inside and give myself a look, really. Oh, or you burn it over into the ground? Dude, what in the world? That's tough, because like, I was trying to throw that on hyzer. So I don't know what happened there, but wasn't anything good, evidently. Well, it probably should have just been like a smoother mid play, not like very powered down. I don't know why I thought this was the play, but jump putt, let's get our 4, move on. As long as that didn't roll, I think we're fine. Okay, I need to get something going here. Not a terribly difficult course so far, just slow, not great off the tee. Obviously that upshot was pretty poor, but we have opportunities. Hole 4, par 3, 242 feet. Very similar to hole 2. It is now just playing downhill. So like for me, it's just gonna be forehand straight that fades. Let's see, I had something else I was gonna say. We got OB on this hole. There's like a corner rock wall, like behind the basket. If you're over that, you're fine. I love what they're doing with the rock wall. That's what I was gonna say. The rock wall is such a cool, aesthetic, natural touch that I think is great. All right, I think we're gonna go justice here. Hit it hard. There's a tree right in the middle off the tee pad. If I miss that left or right and the disc fades, we should be all right. Well, I did miss. That was actually a really good kick. Pulled it again, but I think it's fine. All right, pressure putt here. Group of like 6 behind me. There's only like 15 feet, but the odds of me making this are very slim now. Yeah, I literally knew it too. I knew I was gonna short it. I hate myself sometimes. I really need someone to explain the mental behind that. Like literally just the fact, and I doubt they even watching me, but the fact that there's like people present, my heartbeat just goes up and it's like I'm so stressed out. I hate it. I don't know why. I gotta fix that. My mental is just ridiculous. We move on though. That was a great, I mean, I got lucky anyway, so that would have been kind of a bonus birdie based on my tee shot, but we move on. Par 4, hole 5 is a par 4, 468. OB is the wall left. Looks to be pretty far maybe, but we're playing, looks pretty straight. We're playing up and then maybe slightly to the left, kind of like slight snake, but just gotta get clean a good ways here, find the basket, take our birdie, because we've missed a couple now. Get up, get off that. Whoa. Okay, I think higher, that would have been really good. Low, but we're in the fairway. So I mean, even if that went about 300, we only have 160 to the basket. Rhode Island's a pretty crazy state because even like being from Missouri, which is not one of the bigger states, to drive from the like southernmost city to the northernmost city is probably 6 to 6.5 hours, I'm guessing, if not more. I looked from the southernmost city of Rhode Island to the northernmost city. It is an hour, and that's because there's traffic around whatever the capital of this place is. I can't think of it now. But so it's really like, if you were just driving a straight line, it would be less than an hour easy, which is just unreal. All right, time to execute a shot here. Forehand zone up. Trees to miss once you get to the basket. If you just get past those, it's uphill putt, but it's you know, you're right there. Yeah, perfect. And we kind of got up the hill, so that, I mean, that's about pin high as well. I kind of like holes like this. Like, it's a soft par 4, absolutely. But like, so even with a bad tee shot, you like could still possibly have a chance. I know some people won't like, but then like, there's probably people that get off the tee that get up to these rocks and everything that have like a jump putt for eagle. So like, it can still be a score separator, but it's not like, definitely not the most punishing hole you're ever gonna come across. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, for instance, like if I was to play this hole again, I would probably throw flex forehand. You could throw that flip up backhand if you throw it higher and get down here, but like you go high, like flexing forehand. I mean, if you have the power, obviously you could definitely get to these rocks and have some kind of long circle 2 look for eagle. All right, we are 2 down with honestly a couple missed opportunities. So we could be having a decent round. Still nothing to like, you know, about. Hole 6, 225 par 3. This one's actually pretty tough. We've got 2 big rocks and a tree. I'll show it to you. And a tree that's on top of one of the rocks that's fallen, that's covering up a lot of the fairways. So you got to like try to flex. There is kind of a backhand line, but it doesn't look super good. So this is actually like probably one of the shorter holes on the course, I'm guessing. Looks to be one of the harder ones. All right, so this is what we're looking at. They've got the 2 big rocks. There's even trees in between, so there's a lot to miss here to have a look. I'm basically, if I can get past those 2 rocks, I'll consider that a win. It looks like there's even a rock down by the basket, or the basket might even be in the rock. I'm not 100% sure from here, but this is a tough one. Get over that. Yeah, right in the middle and short. All right, I threw quite a few after the zone just to try to figure it out. It looks like you could have gone high up here. I had 1 disc make it past the rocks. Everything else hit the rocks or the trees in front. And I thought they were like decent lines. So we got to get up and down here. This is really tough actually. Part of me wants to go over this rock, but I think like Anheuser, I don't know. This is actually kind of a hard shot. Do I need to get over that? Maybe I think just to that rock is fine. Sit down, please. Deep, I don't know how far. All right, definitely longer than I wanted it to be. Very makeable, but we do have the elevation, or the elevated basket to think of now. Oh, what a catch. I thought that was gonna hit the band. That is, dude, my putting has felt so good recently. Granted, let's not talk about what I just did like 2 holes ago, but. All right, hole 7, we're honestly, this course actually, I mean, it is short. Obviously, we're kind of tearing through this course pretty quickly. Hole 7, 229, no OB, that's great. We're playing up the hill. You got, looks like backhand, or let me start over, or forehand. Probably playing about, you know, give it 250 just because it's playing up the hill. So something that gets up there. This one, as long as you get clean, should be a birdie. This one's pretty cut and dry. All right, I think we're gonna try something here. I'm clubbing up to a fairway. Just that way I don't have to throw it super hard, because I know like when I throw it hard, I tend to like roll over. So I'm just gonna try to go smooth fairway, like still maybe a little bit of Anheuser, but just try to like calculate things a little more. You know what I mean? Or pull it. Man, I can't throw forehands uphill. I really just need to get out to a field and grind, because like forehands have just not been hitting. I'll throw a good one every so often. You know, I've thrown a couple today, it seems, but for the most part, it's like, it's way off. And that's the hard part, is that my forehand, I would say, is probably my best part of my game. But jumper here, makeable. We made a couple really good C2 putts yesterday, so I'm hoping at least that can carry over. Oh, I don't know how that like didn't hit anything actually, but like missed early. I don't know, par. I'm not gonna look it up. The rest of this video, however long it takes, I guess, I'm gonna think of the capital of Rhode Island, because for the life of me, I cannot think of it. And I don't think it's definitely not Richmond. This is a pretty small town, but I know that's just the town I'm in, but I literally cannot even throw a guess out there right now. That's literally gonna bother me all day until I get this figured out. Cause I was trying to think of the others around that I could maybe get, like, you know, figure it out that way. But like the only one I can remember up here is Dover, Delaware for some reason. Everything else, I think Philadelphia is Pennsylvania. Or Pennsylvania is Philadelphia, but I could be wrong. But Maine, no idea. Vermont, no idea. New Hampshire, no idea. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Hole 8, 250, you're playing up and to the right. I'm basically gonna do the same premise as the last hole. I'm gonna club up to a like just stable fairway, put on hyzer through this gap, just get it high enough it should crash down into there, I hope. Get up. Oh, good skip. Short for sure. Higher, that would have been perfect, I think. This won't go on. I'll stop talking about it until I figure it out. But like, this is actually like really bothering me. Like I used to be really good at this kind of stuff, you know? Now it's just, it's gone. All right, yeah, higher, this would have been like insane, but probably pushing circle's edge, but we're gonna pump this one in there. Yes. Finally, just again, it's all pace for me. I putt at the basket every time. It's all pace. If I don't give it enough, it's obviously not gonna get there. All right, I promise I won't do this the rest of the time, but I'm like, I have Hartford, Connecticut down. I think Philadelphia is Pennsylvania, Albany, New York. I just need to keep moving up. I can't think of, is Boston, Massachusetts? Or is it just a major city? Jeez, I am so dumb apparently. All right, 3 down. Going to the last one on hole 9, 313, 312 foot par 3. It's a crazy tunnel shot. Got to get clean through a lot of it. I'm probably going to club up. That way I can power down, if that makes sense. Try to hit this gap straight. If I get through, like even if I just get into like this first flat, I'll take that and take my 3. But this would be a good one to like execute. Oh, get up. That literally made no sound when it fell, so I don't know where it's at, but I think I got through most of it. I feel like my angles are just so off because like I wanted to throw that F3 flat, but I think probably because I ended up throwing it down. That's why I kind of came out on anhyzer, but I just wanted to throw that flat, and I don't know. But the fact that we made it, I think we might have a look, but I feel like I haven't thrown. Yeah, hole 1 wasn't a good tee shot. 2 was a good tee shot. 3 wasn't. I don't even remember. 4, 5 was in. So I really haven't thrown a good tee shot yet. So we'll find it. But all right, not a bad look at all from here. Kind of low ceiling, but I actually don't think this will affect me at all. I pulled it. Yep, I knew it. Sit. I hate that. I don't even think it was out of my hands yet, and I knew I'd pulled it. I'm just glad it sat up here, honestly, because that would have been devastating had I pulled it and then it rolls all the way down, but we're all right. Okay, so we finished the front 9, 3 down. Not an excellent front 9, but I still, you know, I birdied a third of the hole. So I'll take that. Definitely left probably a good 3 out there, maybe, but nothing to worry about there. So far, this course is giving me Flip City disc golf vibes in Michigan, which if you watch that video, I wasn't a huge fan of. There's nothing wrong with the course at all, but I think just compared to the others so far, it's like pretty, I guess, underwhelming. You know what I mean? But I'm not having a bad time. I'm not gonna say that. I don't think this is a bad course, but compared to a lot of the number 1s, that's all I'm gonna say. Hole 10, par 3, 261. Definitely hyzer forehand for me, playing way off. I'll move you so you can hopefully see it. I can't decide if I just want to go justice or if I want to just hit like a captain's raptor hard to make sure, because that is a pretty good ways to the right. All right, I think we're just gonna go justice because I don't want to get like crazy flare like back in the woods to the right. So we're gonna go justice pretty hard, keep it higher. Maybe that'll do the trick. pulled it. Wrong side of that tree for sure. Get clean. Oh. Another long look, literally just the other side of that birch tree, and we're fine. And I just want to clarify before people come at me in the comments, which I guess like it's the internet, so you can do whatever you want. But I do not think this is a bad course at all. You know, I'm obviously only through half. I do not think this is a bad course, but for a pay-to-play #1 course, you know, and I get, again, I don't know what disc golf is typically like in Rhode Island, but like as far as like a course like Persimmon Ridge, which I paid $5 for, I think it was like $5 or $10 to play Milo MacGyver. So it's like comparing how much I'm paying to the quality of the course, you're like, oh, okay, there's differences here. Now, if I'm not comparing it to the #1 courses in the rest of the states, this course is fantastic. And it's proven by how many people are out here. Like I pulled in just after 8 o'clock and there was probably, I'd give it 7 to 8 cars in the lot already playing the course, with more people playing behind me. So this is definitely the people's course. I'm not saying this shouldn't be the #1 course. I'm just saying how it stacks up compared to a lot of the #1 courses. It's just not the same. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right, hole 11. Nice hole here. 195 par 3. Dead straight. I have not aced on these yet, and I've had a lot of opportunities the past few weeks here, so I would love to ring one up. We're just gonna go straight at it. I would love to ring one up, and I'll say this, if I ace this right now, Rhode Island, #1 course. All right, disc of choice. I don't know if this is warranted. I'm gonna go backhand. No, it's too long to stand still. I'm gonna go backhand logic, see what happens. No, that thing's just too flippy, man. I kind of thought it would go straighter. I really wanted to go like zone there or something, but I think it was just like, there's too much on this left side that like, I don't have enough room to like, I would just have to throw it really hard and flat and hope it goes straight rather than trying to flex something. I think we should have a birdie at least, but definitely not my best effort there. All right, jeez. Push the long ways. I'm gonna just act like this branch isn't there. Yeah, all right. Still got the birdie. I might go throw that one again just for funsies, but yeah. All right, we are 2 for 2 on the back nine here, which brings us to 5 down. Not too bad. 583 par 5. Playing up into the right, it looks like, pretty gradual. Part of me wants to throw a forehand out here, but I don't want to end up in the woods on the right side, you know what I mean, with a skip or something. So I think I might try to go like backhand turnover and see. But this one, I don't know, if I get clean at least like this V tree, if I can just get past that, I think we can maybe have some kind of birdie potential. But I don't know. I think instead of trying to like smash the Gorgon, I'm just gonna go crave flat, let it do its thing. Get off that tree. No, I mean, that's the exact line I wanted. Dang it. I think we kicked back far enough that that tree shouldn't be in the way that I hit. But again, I don't know what it looks like up here, so could be interesting. Could be really difficult. All right, forehand definitely could have been a possibility to get up over those rocks, because it does kind of open up slightly on that right side, but then you just have forehand into the basket. It's playing way off to the right. So I think realistically, I'm just gonna go crave again for kind of like another little placement shot. I'm not a huge fan of this part right here. I guess we can go out actually. And then throw up, maybe still get a birdie. Oh boy, fall down please. Yikes, that is not good. All right, this is where to go. This is about to be the shot of my life if I can execute this in the woods, 100%. I'm gonna try to get out of the way because you can see the basket from where you're at right there. Definitely patent pending through here. There is a gap. It's a long ways, but like if I can execute this, this would be probably one of the greatest shots I've ever thrown. Get through all that. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of myself right now. The fact that I have this for birdie, I'm just inside circle. There's the feather, but it's unreal from there. Oh my gosh. That is probably one of the better birdies, like scramble birdies, I'll ever have. That shot from there, probably, I'd give it 350 to get here. It's pretty sweet, maybe less. All right, through 12, I'm 6 down, which is good, but I've missed a few. Like I'm having a sneaky good round, I feel like, and like I really feel like I haven't been throwing that well. I've had a few good shots here and there, sure, you like have to, but I've made some really good putts today. Hole 13 is a par 3, 301, just nice. I'm gonna say simple, quote unquote, simple dog leg to the right. Probably just go ahead and go, or left, go fairway, just to make sure it has that push, play kind of the back wall and let it fade in front. Oh, really straight, get over. Huh, that was that Explorer, which is normally pretty stable, but that went really straight. It's cool to see, and I think this is one thing where like I have to like maybe change my judgment a little bit, because I always think number one as being like this championship level, high level course, because maybe that's what I want out of it, you know what I mean? And I guess I am the one rating these, so like I can have that opinion, I guess, but like I guess the number one, you know, it may not be the quote unquote best course, but it's the people's course for sure. There are so many people out here today. Go further, sit. Yeah, that's fine. All right, another par 4 here. We're looking at 411. Kind of placement shot up on top of like the flat maybe, and then it plays down and kind of snakes like left to right. So I'm hoping if you go far enough on the back end, you kind of have like a forehand into the basket maybe. We have OB road straight to the right of the green and the wall behind the green. Looks like it's a pretty good ways away, but first things first, just get up here, find the basket, make a good second shot. That's probably, I mean, that's about as middle as it gets right there. Yeah, this is great. I think had I walked up here, which it was so far up, I really didn't want to be honest with you. But had I walked up here, I might have just thrown distance driver. Just throw it hard and try to get up to this like next flat, kind of have jump putt in, easy tap in. But this, I mean, this is great. I'm gonna go Berg. There's one skinny little tree that if I miss that, we're scooting up right to the basket. And I missed it. Now sit. Oh, come on. Okay, that's a putt, but maybe 15, 20. All right, longer look again. Uphill. It looks like it's pretty much the same thing on the other side, so might as well give it a chance. Yeah. Guys, I figured out putting. I really did. And it's like so elementary, but literally, I have to tell myself like mentally, like my thoughts are down, up, and that's all I do. But I have to make sure I go straight at the basket and I just give it that pace and we're just fine. All right, hole 15, we're cruising right along through this course. We're making great time. Par 3, 412. So this is the only one that if it's in the 400s, it's not a par 4, which is just fine. OB wall on the left, which I don't see, so it looks like it might be a good ways. Rope and wall behind, okay? But it's sitting down into the woods, and it's just gonna be try to hyzer flip this Gorgon, push it all the way down there. Oh, it's pretty nose up. Get down, that's so bad. Gosh dang it, dude, that might be like 350 feet, what the heck? That's really unfortunate. Love to be a lot closer than 80 feet. I did not throw that very far, but I think I was focused on the tree maybe, and then maybe I was really just trying to throw it hard. Way nose up. Like I could read the letters on the top of the disc because it was in the air. So pretty bad. Cigar 3, I haven't bogeyed yet, which is great. That's kind of always the plan. But yeah, just gotta get clean here. I made a couple of these yesterday. We're gonna send this one to the moon. Oh gosh, let's skip off the rock. Never mind, I was totally laying that up. All right, we have 16, 17, 18 left. Hole 16 is another par 4, 494 feet. You're playing up and out of the woods to down and back in the woods, and then playing through the woods to the basket. Definitely want to maybe club up just to make sure you get to that gap, because if you're short, you're pretty pinched, and that's just kind of a layup to the gap. So first things first, out of here, pretty much on hyzer, kind of good headwind too, so I'll stable up, figure it out from there. I couldn't find the basket when I was looking for it. I think that's really good, actually. Oh my gosh. I hit the tree just on like the far side of the gap, fell down, rolled about 40 or 50 feet and curled. So I think I'm pinched. I might have something, but I think I'm pinched. So I actually think I hit, I don't know if it was this one or the one just inside, but it hit, fell, and rolled. I might have hit this guy, rolled all the way back down, or else had I missed, we would be inside the gap. I kind of have a little forehand here. Backhand's pretty tight, so probably a little forehand. Probably gonna end up being a par, but we'll see what we can do. I think that's short. Another long look. It's kind of nosed up, which hasn't really been an issue as of recent on forehand, but I don't know. I don't know how far it is. Realistically, I don't think it should be that far away from the basket. Probably, you know, circle's edge or short circle too, but like it's only 494. It's, you know, call it 500. I definitely threw it more than 300 off the tee. You know what I mean? Or maybe right at, so only have 200 in, but, and I threw destroyer because it looked really far. So I think we're close, but I honestly have no idea. Yeah, definitely not too shabby here. Footing is not great though. Get up. I told you I figured out putting. I just have to talk to myself while I do it, and it works. Yeah, the past few days have just been such a good feeling because the putter has been struggling recently, but I just have to actively talk to myself, and it seems to work out. We have 17, 18 left. Hole 17 is a 401 foot par 4. Oh my gosh. Oh, we could get really devious here. So what they want you to do, and I don't think there's any Mandos. No. So you basically want to throw something out here, probably forehand, backhand turnover, and then you play up. It is straight, where'd it go? Straight this way. There's like not a line, but part of me wants to try it anyways, just to see, and just cut it in half, but probably just go the intended way, I guess. I think we'll just try to play this one smart, unfortunately, because if we go birdie birdie, I think I should be 10 down. I don't know what that is on a leaderboard or anything. Yeah, I'm 8 right now. So if I go birdie birdie, then we're 10 down. We can make something happen. Good skip. Not very far. I'll probably just cut it in half. Now, if I can get the forehand back and confident, then we're gonna be in some serious business because the backhand's been feeling better. Definitely throwing a lot further, a little more consistent. My forehand, oops, is just off. Right now, I'm typically pulling a lot, so if I can get rid of that and get back to like consistent like 400 both ways, then, and the putt is feeling good, we could have something special brewing. This is a tough shot. Definitely want to go wide, hyzer forehand, let it crash in, but there's a lot to miss here. I'm gonna go H3, put it on hyzer. If it flips up, I think that's great, but again, I don't want to throw overstable like flat or something because I always roll over. So I'm just gonna try to keep this on hyzer, make sure it stays hyzer. Is it raining? Ay, ay, ay. All right, pitch up, take 4. I mean, look at these fairways too. Obviously woods, but these rocks, you just don't get this kind of stuff in Missouri. So like, this is super cool. Get up. Oh, we almost got up and down for birdie. That was insane. All right, last one. Let's make it count. All right, fun finishing hole, kind of unfortunate. I feel like a hole 18, you should be able to see the basket and make your play at it. We're looking at 277, playing down the hill and to the left. It's just straight backhand hyzer that fades. Guess the distance right, maybe we ring one up. Otherwise, we're probably gonna finish 8 down, which is not bad at all. So let's hit it here. All right, I'm finishing one the same way I started. Hex here. Pretty much trying to do the same type of thing, just nice, smooth, not super high power, straight, let it fade. Get off that tree. Pulled it a bit. Had I hit the middle, I think we would be in some kind of business, but we might have a long look. All right, I mean, yeah, I think if we hit my middle gap, we'd obviously have a closer putt, but nothing like finishing on a highlight, you know what I mean? Also, Tyler, I found your VIP Air sword. I'll text you in a second, but I'm gonna drop it off in a little disc return. So if you see this and don't see my text for some reason, then you know where it's at. Oh, Oy. That would have been super sick. All right, let's text Tyler and let's head back to the van for the final ratings. All right, doing the outro again from the van. It was starting to rain a little bit, but also the parking lot is packed, which is great. That means a lot of people like this course. I enjoyed this course, so let's get into the ratings. All right, first things first is the course name, Willow Valley. Honestly, a great name. I'm going to change my answer here. I had 8.1. I think I'm going to bump it up a couple to 8.3. Very fun. Like, I think when I hear the Willow Valley, I don't really get the farm that's out here necessarily, but like, I don't know. I feel like it fits the vibe of the course. And that's really all there is to say about that one. So 8.3 there. Up next is the accessibility, and this is where it gets interesting. It was $5 to play, okay? And now I always bring this up. It was $5 to play Persimmon Ridge. You know, it was $5 to play some other like pro tour stop courses. This is obviously not like a pro tour stop course. So it's like, when I think about like, would I pay $5 to play this course again? I honestly don't know. A lot of people do, and that's great. I mean, they love this course, and I don't blame them. But like, compared to the others that I've done, it's just not the same. You know what I mean? And again, it's not bad at all. This course is not bad. But comparing it again to the other number ones that I've played, it's very similar to those ones kind of at the bottom of the leaderboard. And it's it's quite a bit different in terms of quality, in terms of the layout, everything, than some of those top level courses that I've played. So I gave it 7.9 for accessibility, and I think that's pretty fair. I probably could have just gave it the flat 8.0, but I think 7.9 is fair for $5 to play this course. Yeah. All right, up next is the quality of the course. It was actually really great. The layout was fun. I think as far as what I'm expecting though from like number one courses is not necessarily championship level courses, but harder, longer courses, if that makes sense. And like, I think that's where maybe my mindset's a bit off, because like number one isn't necessarily a championship level course. And it's proven that for sure with some of these that I've played. So I think I just like maybe need to get out of that mindset that like, just because it's not like this, wow, whoa, this course is insane, this is the coolest place I've ever been to. It's still a solid course, and obviously the people love it. I looked, there were 7 people that you had to sign in when you get here. So you had to sign in. There were 7 people that signed in before me at 8:30 that were here out at like 7:30. There, I checked when I got back, there were 18 people that signed up after me between 8:30 and now 10:30. So there's a lot of people playing this course. The people love it, and that's good. Like, that's great, because again, I don't think this is a bad course at all. So for quality, all that to say, for quality, I gave it an 8.2. A little bit on that kind of middle of the road, pushing higher side maybe, but I think that's really fair for what this course is. And then lastly, my overall enjoyment. I've been playing really well recently, which always helps. I thought this layout was fun. It was a good mix of some shorter, easier holes, shorter wooded holes, some longer holes. It had a good mix. I just felt like I was throwing the same shots every single time. You know what I mean? It was either like backhand hyzer, forehand hyzer. Like, that was pretty much it. So that takes a little bit out of it, but I still shot good. I think I'm finally clicking on putting, so that's fun. So I think 8.3 is a fair score. All right, and then averaging all the scores, we are at 8.175. Definitely on that lower side. And that's the thing, this course was not bad, but it just wasn't like, is this a destination spot? No. If you're ever just find yourself in Rhode Island, I would definitely come play this course, but this wouldn't be one like if I ever came back to the Northeast that I would probably go play again. You know what I mean? Unless I found myself near the area. And again, I just want to say this. I'm not saying this course is bad because I know people are going to come for me in the comments. This is not a bad course. But as far as the 50 states, like the #1 course in all 50 states compared to a lot of the others, even that I've played on this trip, doesn't really stack up. So that's all I'm going to say there. That is all I got. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you're subscribed now and you're watching, I appreciate you guys. Without your viewership, I would not be able to be out on the road doing this, and I am loving every minute of it, so I appreciate you guys. If you are not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. We have these videos every Friday. We have a couple videos throughout the week. A lot of fun. Would love for you guys to join in. We're growing, and we're growing quickly, and it's been so awesome to see the support for the channel. It's just been unreal, and all of us at Ozark Mountain Disc are very, very appreciative. So that is it. Ozark Mountain Disc to the moon.